Hey guys, it's Ben from Hanging with KH. And just coming on to say we're kind of done with our travels for 2024 as far as the RV and the side-by-side are concerned. But we're going to be back in 2025 really early in the season. We've got 4 trips planned already with another 4 in the planning stages. So to say we're going to have a great time next year is an understatement. We've got some big trips planned for next year. We can't wait to do them all. But anyway, our trips for 2024 are done. We wanted to tell you why you wouldn't be seeing any more of them this year. But we do have some content planned for you this year, like the stuff that we do in the off season to get ready for our on season. And this is actually our first off season. Actually, technically, it's our second off season because we got the thing 2 years ago, but we didn't really travel too much in it. So now we're a little bit more knowing what we need to do. That's what we're going to do. I'm in my shop today, and you can see I got the door built high enough so I can back my RV in here. We've never done it before, but I'm going to be doing it this weekend probably. After I'm done working on all the stuff in here that I need to get done working on, because that RV is going to take up a big chunk of my shop. We're going to be working on the 2023 Polaris Trail S 1000 here, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting a Gorilla Whip in it. One of those lighted whips. I got the 23-inch Fat Boys. We got the 23-incher. Right? Fat Boy. This is going to go on the back somewhere. I'm not really sure where yet. We're going to figure it out though. Today, I'm going to start. I'm not really sure how far I'm going to get because I haven't really done a lot of research in it. And to be honest with you, I haven't even looked at the directions that came with the whip. But I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to do. I'm going to be putting a rocker switch in with this and hooking it up to power. So it's a permanent thing. I need to put a mount on the back and mount the antenna on that. So let's just get started taking some of these panels off that I'll need access to. The front plastic panel and the interior where the console runs down the center, I'll need access there because that's where I'm going to be running the wiring harness for this sucker. So first things first, we'll take the seats out so we can have access to this center console here because that's going to need to pop up so I can get the wiring harness in. So I can mount the rocker switch up here on the rocker. There's 2 empties that I've got there. So one of them is going to be the new whip rocker switch. So we're going to put that in there and then run the wiring down here. I'll put the whip on the driver's side back here somewhere. We'll figure it out. But those seats need to come out. That center console part needs to come off. One of those rocker switches tabs needs to come off, and this needs to come off. And so I can see what I'm working with, right? So let's get started on that. So most people that have had these things for a while already know how to get these seats out. It's very easy. I didn't know, believe it or not, until yesterday. So to get the seats out, all you got to do is you see that there's the gap in the seat here is reach behind that. There's a little switch back there. You pull it up and then you rotate the seat forward. And then there's 2 little brackets on the front of the seat that hold the seat in. I'm going to have to put the camera down to show you how that works. Okay, sticking my hand in the back, pulling that tab up, rotating the seat forward, and then just slipping the chair back out towards the back of the thing, and then you just pull it right out the door. I know, super easy, right? I felt pretty stupid when I figured out how to do it finally. Anyway, that's how you do it if you didn't know. All right, I got a couple of things I need to do on this actually today. I need to fix my speaker that fell off the last trip out to Wildcat Adventures. The brackets just broke right off of it. It was pretty rough out there. We had a blast though. So I need to mount that back up. I got some Velcro strapping for that. And I also need to run up to Lowe's and get some new straps for it as well. So now I need to take out the passenger seat. It's the same process. Just lift up that little tab, push the chair backwards towards the back of the vehicle, and it comes right up. I wish I would have known this when I was kind of trying to detail it a little bit. The hardest part was getting around the seats. But man, is it dirty under here. There's all kinds of stuff down here that I didn't know existed. I'm not really sure what this access panel's covering up, but I probably better learn these things, right? Because I'm going to be doing a lot of the maintenance on these things myself, or on this thing myself, because I didn't get the extended warranty plan. You know, had I to do it over again, I probably would have gotten the extended warranty plan. That would have saved me $700 probably, because within the first year and a half, they had to replace the O2 sensor and the sensor switch in the brake pedal, that when you start it, you have to push down to start it, right? You have to push the brake pedal down to start it. That switch was like clicking on as I was driving, so the cart was shutting off as I was going down the road. Really inconvenient. All right, anyway, let's take this front off. This will be a first. I've never taken this stuff off of here before, so I'm not really sure how it's going to work. Let's see here. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's see here. They said that there's like a bus in here, electrical bus. I think this is it. This is where all the stuff hooks up to, it looks like. All right. See, there's no empty ports. Oh, wait a minute. Is that an empty? That's just got a cap on it. I think I can use that. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Looks like there was one empty port. All right, cool. Probably wondering what all came with the kit. Well, there's options when you go through the website, and it'll all cost you extra. I got the wiring harness that has the ability to Bluetooth your phone to it and stuff, so you can set up the app in your phone and be able to change the colors on the web. So I got the automatic, or the Bluetoothable one. That was a little bit more money, right? Everything's an option. You got an option for a stronger spring that you can select. There's a stronger one and then a really stronger one. I just went with the stronger one. I was like, well, they must be selling these for a reason. So anyway, you guys, here's the wiring. Oops, here's the wiring harness, or part of it. So we're gonna figure all this out. Let's see here. Oh, they're labeled nicely. There's labels all over these things. Brown to DC, 12 volt, blue to DC 12 volt, okay. All right, so that's going to go to the front. Let's see, this goes all the way to the back, I'd imagine. Right here. Here's the relay. All right. What is this? Oh, this is for if you wanted to hook up your turn signals and stuff, I guess. That's really cool. All right. Yeah, this kit has the ability to hook up to your turn signals and your brake lights if you're street legal and you want to do that. I really could care less, honestly. So let's see what we have here. Oh, these must be for the rocker switch. I bet that's what that is. All right. Oh, and here's the brake light switch and all that stuff. Let's see. So this will hook into that. And then this hooks up into your brake light switch. And it's all labeled. They got labels on all of it. Blue for the left, brake light left, right, reverse, right? It's all labeled, so you can easily hook it up, but I'm choosing not to do that part of it. The mount's actually a quick disconnect mount that the light will connect on and connect off very quickly. It's spring loaded, so it's very easy to operate. I can't wait to use it. For you guys with longer machines, it comes with 2 extension cords as well, so you can extend this for a couple extra feet on both sides, right? You can run it to both sides if you wanted to. They gave me enough wire for that. It also comes with a really cool rocker switch. You can select red or blue. I selected blue because it goes with the rest of the stuff that I got going on in there. So anyway, I'll figure out how to do this too. And then it also comes with an instruction page, which of course I have not looked at yet, but I will. I'm gonna need to. All right, so you're probably noticing me in a different colored t-shirt. It's because this is the next day. Ben, why the hell did it take you 2 days to install this easy wiring harness? And it is easy too. The learning experience really was taking the parts off of it. So I'm not even gonna go through the step-by-step on the wiring, but I am gonna mention one thing with the switch in particular. First, let me show you what I had to take off to get this job accomplished on my 2023 Polaris Trail S. I had to take the hood off and the seats out and the center console out. Here is what it looks like under the hood. As you can see, this is the first time I've ever taken it off since I've owned it. So it's a year old, and it's dirty as hell. I need to get under here and clean this because that's bugging me now that I know that it's there. So anyway, I wired it all up through there. Down the center console, you can see the wires, and there's the controller box that does the Bluetooth and all that stuff. You're gonna need to order that as an accessory if you want Bluetooth, you want this thing to hook up to your phone and all that. And I ran the wire underneath. I still need to zip tie them up and secure them all up. It's kind of loose right now, but I just wanted to show you the situation that we're at right now. Last night, I got it all wired up and everything worked fine on it, except for I noticed when I turned off the key, the bottom, okay, let me just show you. The key, with the key off, the bottom light here was illuminating, telling me that it had power going to here, right? I wasn't under a switch power. I had hooked it up directly to the power source. And that's not exactly what you need to do if you want to use these whip switches, right? The way they're intended to be used. Like when you turn the key on, the light will then illuminate, right? Right now, the key is off, so it's not supposed to be doing anything. And there it is, you'll see. When I turn the key on now, though, there you go. You can see the bottom of the rocker switches that have that ability are illuminated, like my whip switch right here. So I'll turn the key off again, just to demonstrate. There you go, it's off. Now my problem yesterday, the problem yesterday was that it was on all the time. The way I had hooked it up is because I hooked it up directly under here to the power access right here, the main power, right, on this bus. So after a little digging and a little reading, I figured the best thing to do, the easiest way to make that thing where I could use my key switch to turn it on and off, is to utilize the last remaining pulse bus plug here. Right here, this is what I did. I bought these off the internet. I bought 3 of them for $9. I'm only using 1 of them, but I had to buy 3. I couldn't buy just 1. So I bought 3 of them, and I only used the blue wire, which is the switchable power wire. It's not hot until the switch goes, until you turn the switch on in the buggy. Everything else is I've already hooked up off of this wire harness. The ground is hooked up to the main ground. Otherwise, I could have done it off of this as well. But really all I needed off of this was the power. So I just plugged it right into the blue, which is the switchable power. And now I have to turn the key in order for my whip lights to light up. And they will light up. They do work. I can't believe I did it myself. I'm not normally very handy at all. In fact, this would be a job that I would attempt to do and would have screwed up and then would have had a friend come over and help me fix it. But this time it seems to have gone okay. I just got to put everything back together. And believe it or not, it wasn't as intimidating taking these panels off as you might think. It required a little tool, which I'm going to show you, which I bought off the internet, and which came like with 200 replacement plugs in case you break the ones that you're pulling out. And apparently that happens quite often because they are pretty delicate. They're just plastic after all. But that was like 20 bucks, the tool and 100 plugs or so, or something like that. Anyway, so what I had to take off was the hood. We're going to be putting that back on. We're going to be putting the center console back in and this back access panel, right? After I get all the wires all tied up and everything. I just wanted to show you where we were at. I also had to take this center part off. It's really easy. There's 2 access plugs right here that you just pry off. I was telling you that you use this tool right here. I bought it off Amazon. And you just Google or you just search for Amazon or for Polaris plug tool, and this will pop up, and it's got 100 plugs that come with it for like 20 bucks. Very convenient. So you just pry those plugs out of those 2 holes, and the thing just rocks forward and it just pops right out. Nothing to it. Same kind of thing with the center console, although there are 3 bolts on there that require a Torx wrench, Torx driver. And you'll need the size 40 for that. There's a main one up here, and then there's one on each side down in the bottom. And the rest of them are just the plugs that you pull out with that tool like I was talking about. And then this main access panel in the back here is just, you just pull it out. So there you have it. That's all I did. And I ran this wire back underneath, around and back up here. And what I'm gonna do is zip tie it, make it nice and neat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zip tie it, make it nice and neat. Then I'll show you the completed project with the working Gorilla light. I hope working. We'll see. All right, guys, installation's over, and this is pretty easy. Even for a layman like me, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, but this wasn't tough at all, and the instructions were pretty clear. The only things that didn't work out were my app that they suggested I use to Bluetooth my Gorilla light. That app that they suggested didn't work, so I tried a different one. I tried the Banyan X app, and that one works perfectly. Allow me to demonstrate. Let's turn off the lights in here, and I'll show you the whip in action. Okay, guys, like I said, I tried to use the LED cord. That's the one that came with the recommendation. It's what they came with the directions on what I should use, but it didn't work, and so I downloaded Banyan X in the hopes that it would work, and it did work just fine. Now I'm sitting in the RZR right now. I got the lights off in the shop, and you'll notice that that switch, that rocker switch, is no longer illuminated there. When I turn the key, it illuminates. So it says lighted whip at the bottom, and the only other one that it illuminates is the horn, right? Unless I push them, and then it's the turn signals and stuff, and I have to have the key all the way turned on for that. Anyway, so there you go. There's the lighted switch. Now when I hit it one more time, that's going to turn on the whip. So let's go ahead and do that. It also turns on the top light, and there is the whip. That's what that's how it starts out, with this pattern. And then we can open up our app. Just open up our app, and then we can go to scenes, and we can pick whatever scene we want, like scene 1. That's what we're looking at right now. Let's see, that's scene 2. That's pretty cool. All right. Scene 3. That's the same thing, but just with the solid light, looks like. That's cool. All right. There's 9 scenes that are preset. There's scene 4. That looks like some fun. All right, scene 5. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. All right, scene 6. All right, scene 6. Scene 7. Cool. Scene 8. There's scene 8. All right, scene 9. Yeah, that is awesome. I like this one, and I also like scene 4. I like scene 4. Check that out. It's amazing. The cool thing with this is you can program your own colors and patterns and lights and whatever else you want. This is the 23-inch long Gorilla LED light stick. It's 2 inches in diameter, and it's got the top glowy light thingy up there on the top. Most of them don't have that, right? I like these fat whips. Really cool looking. Not gonna miss us on the trail. So that's a wrap. I'm done with the side-by-side for right now anyway, with the upgrades. For right now. I do have some performance stuff planned. I know. But we'll get into that later. I don't need it right now, and I need to save my money for our next couple of trips coming up at the beginning of next year anyway, and for Christmas coming right around the corner, don't forget. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions about the install, don't hesitate to ask me, but honestly, it was really easy, aside from the figuring out the switch part on the electronics. But that pulse switch thing did the trick for me. And if you've got a RZR, or I think the Can-Ams have them too, the bus bars there where you just plug and play, very nice. We'll see you around. We'll see you soon. We've got more stuff coming, more RV stuffs and more side-by-side stuffs coming your way.
We only